Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.
This is the Washington Times front page for Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Attorney General Pam Bondi told Congress the Justice Department has active investigations stemming from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein and urged any victims to tell their stories to the FBI. Stephen Diner reports she revealed the investigations hours into a hearing where Democrats said she botched the case by revealing victims' names, but not doing enough to name and shame collaborators of the late financier. Bondi said errors in redacting the names of potential Epstein conspirators and in failing to redact the names of victims were minimal, given the volume of information and the 30-day deadline set by law. The department didn't meet that deadline, taking about twice the time to release the 3 million files published so far. The public may not notice the effects of a likely shutdown at the Department of Homeland Security, but officials say it would harm essential employees who secure airports, respond to natural disasters, and protect U.S. coasts. Lindsay McPherson reports DHS officials pleaded with House Appropriations Committee members to fund the department by midnight Friday to avert a shutdown and spare their workers. Democrats are refusing to support the fiscal 2026 spending bill for DHS without changes to how the Trump administration carries out immigration enforcement. Republicans are willing to negotiate changes, but have rejected some of the Democrats' demands as efforts to undercut law enforcement. An imminent resolution is unlikely, making a shutdown all but inevitable. The Republican-led House of Representatives has passed voter ID legislation known as the SAVE Act. Mallory Wilson reports the measure would require a photo ID to be presented at the polls and proof of citizenship, such as a passport or birth certificate, to register to vote. It would also order states to remove non-citizens from existing voter rolls. Only one Democrat, Texas Representative Henry Cuellar, voted with the 217 Republicans to pass the measure. Democrats say requiring a photo ID to vote is a scheme to disenfranchise minority voters. Republicans argue the measures prevent fraud, such as voter impersonation and non-citizen voting. Earlier versions of the SAVE Act were passed twice in the House but weren't taken up by the Senate. This time, Senate Majority Leader John Thune says his chamber is engaged in a very robust conversation to bring the bill to a vote. The Space Force is accelerating the development of counter-space weapons under a new government policy. Bill Gertz reports the force is deploying 3 electronic satellite jammers and racing to match the more advanced space forces of China and Russia, which include arsenals of anti-satellite weapons. A Space Force spokeswoman declined to provide details for future plans for counter-space weapons, but at this point, the force only has limited capabilities with counter-space systems. And finally, a new report says faculty activism played a key role in driving pro-Palestinian demonstrations on University of California system campuses in recent years. Valerie Richardson reports the AMCHA Initiative, a group that documents and reports incidents of anti-Semitism in higher education, says faculty groups pushed an anti-normalization campaign that called for cutting institutional ties with Israel and for rejecting speakers, programming, and partnerships tied to Israel. Universities have reacted to the student protests by tightening discipline and promoting awareness of anti-Semitism, but the report said the problem won't be solved unless the University of California Board of Regents takes action. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.